Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm doing a very chatty get ready with me video. I talk your ear off in this video, let me tell you. So I got a lot of things off my chest that I've been just, going through whatever. So I go through that in the beginning, but then I get to your questions because I had you guys ask me some questions here on this picture that I posted on Instagram. So I go over those and just kind of hang out. It felt so good to do this. So yeah, please subscribe and let's get started. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing up close. I've been loving my hair. I'm loving the cut. I'm actually going on Friday to get it even lighter. I feel like I've been trying to get it really blonde, but for some reason it just stays at this like normal, I don't know, for some people this is really light, but I really love that like icy platinum color, and that's what I've been wanting, but for some reason it just like doesn't want to get there. So I'm going Friday to get that done, but I've been loving the cut. I feel like it's just so healthy, and I feel like it's already grown so much since I cut it like a month ago. So I can't believe it's already been a month. But anyways, I'm going to be starting off with this product here. I am going to really butcher the name of this. I don't know if it's Elysian or Elysian. This brand is made by my friend Michael. We actually used to work together when I worked at Sephora, and he went and made his own company and has this product, and I'm just very proud of him and excited for him. So thank you for sending this to me, and I'm so proud of you and what you've accomplished. So you can use this for like the last step of your skincare. You can use it to prime, which is how I'm going to be using it. I've used it once before. I actually filmed it, but then I never posted that video, which I'm going to get into, but I'm going to use it today. It's like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like the cross between like a hydrating, like serum type thing and like a pore filling primer. It's the coolest formula. It smells really good. So I'm gonna use this now as like my base for my foundation. I'm also gonna go into the Nars Super Radiant Booster. I don't even really know what color this is. It just says Illuminate on the back. But this is what I'm going to be using right now on my cheekbones and underneath my skin. I've been really loving that glowy, dewy skin look recently, and this has just been like one of my go-to products. So I'm gonna pop this here on my cheekbones and just use my fingers to blend this in, and also bring it down my nose, bring a little bit up here, do the chin, all underneath my foundation. I already did my brows just because once I get on the roll with talking and then I get to the brows, I can't talk while I do my brows. So I was like, you know what, let's just do that beforehand. But lately I've been doing them after I do my foundation and stuff, and I'm like trying to practice doing them better. So that's why I just didn't want to do them on camera too, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so now for foundation, I've been using this for the last couple times I've done my makeup, and I'm obsessed with it. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation. I think that's how you say that. The color that, okay, let's go. The color that I have here is 1N1 Cream or creme, and then the color that I had before that I was using in those pictures was macadamia, but I had a tan on in those pictures, so we're gonna stick with the lighter one. And where's my brush? I'm gonna use my IT Cosmetics number 7 brush to apply this. So I'm gonna work it in here and then apply it on the skin. And this is like a more natural, kind of a sheer to medium coverage, very luminous foundation. Oh yeah, it's very pretty. So yeah, I really haven't been posting that much. It wasn't really intentional, but I feel like at least once a year I go through this where I like kind of just get into a creative rut where I'm just like not happy with what I'm like posting on the internet, like with my job. So I kind of just took a step back. It was supposed to be just like a day or two, and then it just turned into a little bit longer. And I've done that before, and every time I've done it in the past, I get down on myself and I'm like, oh, like you shouldn't be doing this. Like you need to be hustling. Like you're not gonna get anywhere if you're not like hustling and blah, 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 blah. And this time I just kind of let myself go through it. I was just like, you know what? Like if this is what you need to do every now and then and just kind of like recuperate, I always end up bouncing back even harder and better than before. And So it's almost good that I go through these things because then I end up coming back better than ever. So I'm still just like not 100% like where I'm wanting to be, and like I'm not feeling 100% yet. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I felt like filming it. And so since I felt like filming it, I decided to. I just figured I'd update you on kind of like what's going on with that. Because I've been seeing a lot of comments saying like, oh, I miss your videos and stuff like that. And even though I've posted at least like, well, I was going to say I've posted at least once a week, but I took like 3 weeks off where I didn't post at all. But even when I do post like 1 to 2 times a week, people are still saying like I'm not posting enough. And I think that's where I've like gotten stressed. And it's like I never pay attention to negative comments because like they don't affect me. But comments like that affect me. I don't know why. And they're not even negative. They're good comments. But I get very stressed because I feel like I'm not putting out enough content. And so I feel like I am just sucking all the time. And yeah, I kind of just like had a breakdown where I was just like, you know, I'm trying to do this. Like there's a lot of my personal life that I'm like, you know, really, really trying at. And I just feel like no matter what I do, I suck like at everything. And I just feel like, you know, I'm trying like to eat super healthy and work out all the time. And I'm trying to run my business, and I'm trying to, you know, Ruben and I are working on this house, and it just feels like everything at the end of the day ends up being half-assed because I have so much on my plate and I'm trying to do 100% for everything. And it seems like I'm really trying, but then everything just ends up sucking and not being the way that I want, and then I just get discouraged. And if I would have talked about this like a month ago, I probably would have like bawled my eyes out telling you. I've just come to the realization that like it's okay to feel this way. I don't know. So I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm just kind of telling you what's been on my mind and why I've kind of like haven't been posting as much, because it was sort of like a spot where like something had to give. I feel like I'm ready with my channel to just do something different, but like don't let that scare you, because anytime I've said this in the past, and I feel like if you've been a long time subscriber, you've heard me talk about this before, where I'm just like wanting to do something different. And I always say that, and then I never end up doing anything different. I still just get into my ways of like doing tutorials and chit chat get ready with me videos, because that's what people say they want to see the most. And I don't even let you guys see anything else that I want to post because I'm afraid that you're not going to like it, because a lot of the time I get feedback that says, no, like I'm going to unsubscribe because like all I want to see is tutorials. And then I'm like, well shit, like I don't want to let you guys down, you know, but at the same time, like I started my channel when I was 21 and I'm 27 now, and I'm like not into the same things. I mean, in a way I am, but at the same time, I want to include more things in my life that I'm interested in. And I need to take my own advice, because whenever somebody asks me about like starting their YouTube channel, they're like, oh, like what's your advice? And I'm like, just go for it, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, I just feel like people aren't going to be interested. And my answer to that is, if you are passionate about it, there is going to be millions of people that are also passionate about it. And even if they're not passionate about what you're passionate about, they're going to want to watch you, because people like to watch people be passionate about something. That's what I tell people. And then I don't do it myself. So not to say that I'm not passionate about makeup, by the way. I'm using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. This is in the shade 21, and I'm using the Sigma High Cheekbone Highlighter Brush, the F03. Been loving this for concealer, by the way. So not to say that I'm not passionate about makeup. That's not it at all. But I feel like on my channel, like doing tutorials all the time just gets very robotic. I end up saying the same things over and over again. And I know that you guys love like seeing me like teach and do that whole thing. And like, I love it too. But I've just gotten burnt out. And I feel like I've gotten like, okay, well, like, fuck, like, what do I do now? What do I do if like I'm not not excited about doing these tutorials, and like, you know, and I feel like I can't do something else because I don't want to let you guys down. And I just realized I need to just put out what I want to put out and what I'm passionate about, because someone else is going to relate to that. And that's not to say that I'm never going to do tutorials, because I want to do tutorials. I just sometimes I'm just like, not in the mood. Let's do something else that's more fun, that's exciting with me right now. And like, I really want to get really, really creative with videos. Like, I have this very, very creative side of me that you guys have seen in makeup looks. Like, you've seen me express my creativity that way, but I want to get more into like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's something that I'm going to have to show you. And I'm going to try my best. And again, like, the problem, one of the hardest things with a job like this that's in the creative industry is that like the creative process can be taxing on you, because like I'll have a vision of something in my head and I'm like, oh, like this would look so cool and I want to do this, and then I end up trying it out and it ends up just not coming close to any of the expectations that I had in my head. So I end up not even attempting these things because I know that it's not, like, I just feel like I already know that I'm going to fail or it's not going to be what I want. Instead, I should be continuing to try new things to reach these other goals that I have and to achieve these things that I have in my head. I know that's very vague because I can't really explain things in detail, also because I don't want to share these like cool ideas. I want to show them to you. I don't know how to explain this. I know that I'm kind of just like going off on a rant. But that's just like the things that have been going through my head the last like month or two, basically since the new year. I feel like that's what sparked it all. And I feel like every year I kind of go through something like this where I'm like, I need to change, I need to do something. But I feel like this time I've been just a little bit more realistic with it. I've also been more realistic with my feelings, like letting myself be upset for a little bit and understand that like it's okay to be upset. I feel like this has become a little bit more accepted, like knowing that like, oh, people have bad days. People have bad weeks and bad months, and it's okay. I feel like that's been a lot more accepted recently, but I have to accept it myself. And I think that is very tricky. It can be very hard on myself. Yeah, that's way easier said than done. It's like, okay, I'm done. I'm done being hard on myself. It doesn't work like that. It's a mental exercise. And that's kind of just like what I've been working with this month. I also got really stressed because it's like I really want to put out hella videos. Like, I wish I could post a video every damn day, but I can't. And as someone who really does try hard with this job, that sucks when I can't put out as many videos as I would like. For instance, like my goal has always been Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And like, I'm also trying to build my Instagram and like live this healthy lifestyle and build this house. And I also help out people in my personal life with other things. And it's like, I don't even want to get into that, but it's just like, it can be a lot and overwhelming. And I feel like I end up taking it out on myself when I'm not doing 100% with YouTube, if that makes sense. I don't know why, but that's like where I end up taking it out on myself, where I'm like, oh, well, you're sucking at this, so blah, 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 blah. Really quick, I'm gonna grab my Smashbox contour stick and my Smith 157 brush. I've been loving this for cream contouring. So where do I go from here? I was just kind of like on a roll of just bitching. Now I'm just realizing, okay, like something has to give until I almost need a different routine or different expectations, or I don't know. Like I need to just reconfigure things. I don't know. And I feel like I've done that so many times where I'm like, okay, let's regroup, let's redo this. And then I end up effing it all up because I'm like, oh, well, I want to do this, and give myself like a million things to do and to achieve. And then it becomes like so unrealistic. And then I'm like, oh, why am I doing that? Let's refigure. And then I do it again. It's so annoying. For example, I would love to get out so many videos. And then I'm like, no. Let your goal be two times a week, upload a video. But then I'm like, oh, well, this day, like, I'm going to film a tutorial. Well, why don't I just film, like, my favorite XYZ video or this or this or this? And then I'm like, oh, cool. I can film 3 videos in a day. I've done it before. Let's do it. And then I'm like, oh, I can edit 2 videos in a day. I've done it before. Let's do it. And then it's just like, I get to that day and I get tired from the gym or this or this or this happens. And I end up failing at achieving those things on my checklist. And then I already have it scheduled out for like the whole month of like all these things that I need to do. And then I'm like, I end up screwing myself so much to the point that like I don't even get anything out that week because I've just screwed myself. I've set myself up for failure. And it never fails because I keep doing it over and over again. I don't know how to fix it. I'm still working on that. That's kind of like, I hope this is coming across not as like a complainy thing, because I'm not trying to complain. I've just been like, these are my thoughts that are in my head that I'm trying to just like sort out, and I'm trying to figure this out. And I feel like I will forever be trying to figure this out because it seems like this is just like my personality, unfortunately. So some of the steps that I'm taking right now is I'm trying to also work on my Instagram, because I feel like I always put in 110% to like my YouTube channel. Like all of my efforts are there, but like that's also part of my job is Instagram. So I'm trying to figure that out. And I literally never give myself any dedicated time to do that. It's always like, oh, YouTube, and then what content can I make on Instagram that I've gotten from YouTube? And instead I should be making like my own separate content. You know what I mean? I don't know. You probably are like really bored of hearing about that, but that's probably not even interesting at all. But anyways, that's just like where my head's been at, along with like a bunch of other things that like I don't want to like talk about. But yeah, wow, I'm glad I actually got that off my chest. I guess for me, at the end of all that, I'm just very excited about just sort of like this process right now. I feel like I started this when I started talking about all this. I said, you know, it's good to like let myself go through this, because every time I kind of like bounce back in a more positive way. And I'm just excited because I feel like I'm just like on my way there. You know what I mean? I'm starting to feel a lot more positive and excited about the things that I want to do. And I'm excited about like all these different videos that I want to film, or just like film them in a different way. Like I just feel very creatively stunted right now, or I did. And now I'm just coming up with like all these different ideas, and I'm like, all right, cool, let's do them. So, and I know like too, like when I move, things are going to be different, because I'm going to have like my own space. Right now I'm kind of like confined into one room to do the things that I want to do and to take pictures and stuff like that. And it's just like, I cannot wait to like be a full grown adult and have my own place. Whew. That's like a whole thing in itself, but I don't want to complain about anything because I'm very blessed and thankful for things in my life. And when I don't want to come across as like ungrateful, but I'm stressed. The other thing too is like I love playing around with makeup looks and like doing crazy things, but on the daily, like I literally don't even wear makeup, and I'm like I'm a skincare hooer right now. Like I love skincare. All I want to do is talk about skincare, skincare, fitness, and health. Like I'm just all about that right now. Not to say like I'm never gonna be into like crazy makeup looks. Like that's not the case at all. It's just right now in my life, like I want to do the same makeup look over and over and over again, which is the one that I'm going to show you right now. And I used to think like that was a bad thing. I think because I felt like I had to sit in this box here on YouTube and give you what you subscribe to. But I'm going to give you more things to subscribe to. I'm so excited. I'm excited to like do new things and try new things, and you know. So I'm just feeling really good about it. I'm excited for whatever's to come. I have a self-tanning routine that I've already recorded. It's coming up this week, I think. And yeah, just stuff like that. Like I'm just excited for more things. I feel like I started saying this and didn't finish it, but like I felt like I've been stuck inside of a box because I didn't want to like let you guys down, you know. But I just realized like you guys are probably going to be interested in these things too. And if you're not, like you don't have to watch those videos. No time like the present to do what you're passionate about. Every time I hold that brush, I get like a dark finger. Isn't that weird? I painted my nails a different color today and I'm kind of into it. They're like a light sheer pink with sparkles. This is Petal Faster Susie by OPI. I've also stopped putting on press-ons. I've been embracing my natural nail. I like it. I've also, starting on Monday, I'm going to start working with a nutritionist. I signed up for the same program that Katie has for her keto stuff. and I'm just so excited about it. I'm just excited to start and see what happens because there's some keto mistakes that I know I've been making, and I'm going to make a video all on that for my second channel, which is a whole nother topic in itself. But yeah, I'm just really excited. I feel very motivated right now to like really kick ass with my fitness goals, and I'm just ready. I'm going to use the Makeup Forever H104 powder. Just took an eyelash off of that. It's this light color here. I'm just going to set the under eyes with that. Oh, my face is kind of itchy right now. I don't know why. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I pick up a little bit on the brush like this, and then put it here in the cap and kind of like rub it around. Tap off the excess, and I'm going to put it here on the sides of my nose and kind of like this cheek area here, just right here. This is where like I get oily. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Pop it here on the chin and the center of the forehead. And that's the only place I'm going to set with powder. I had a question because I had you guys ask me questions on that picture, and someone asked me how do I touch up my makeup throughout the day without making it look cakey. And I think the first step is not applying like hella makeup to begin with. This is like what I just showed you just now on how I set those areas. That's how I set later. Sometimes I'll use like an oil blotting sheet first and then going with my powder on top, and then it looks like your makeup is basically brand new. But I've also been kind of like embracing this glow. My skin naturally gives one because I'm oily as fuck. But yeah, I've just been kind of like embracing that whole area and just kind of letting myself be glowy. Like sometimes I feel oily. I feel like if you're an oily girl, you understand this. Like when you get a little bit of oil, you're like, I need to get rid of it. But like one day I was feeling really, really oily and I was like, oh, I look greasy. And Amanda was like, girl, no, you look glowy. And I was like, okay, maybe you're right. So it's just the areas that's like you wouldn't want to glow. So for me, that's right here, and that's where I powder. Okay, dokie, smoky. Really quick, I'm going to hop over here onto this picture and answer some of your questions because I feel like I've gotten my rant out of the way and my explanation of why I haven't been posting as much. It's so funny because anytime I've done that, I come back and I'm like, I'm so sorry I haven't posted blah, 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 blah. And I was talking with Amanda about this, and I was just like, I'm not sorry though this time. Like I'm not, because I understand now that like sometimes I just needed that. And I just feel like everyone needs the reset button every now and then. But I feel like especially in a creative job, you will stunt your creativity if you don't let yourself get there, if that makes sense. I feel like I've already explained this. Anyways, we're going to jump into some of these questions. Oh, hair tutorial. I will 100% be doing one very soon. I'm going to go lighter with my hair. I'm so excited. So as soon as I do that, I will film a tutorial because I finally figured out kind of like how to style this, and I'm loving it. I have no extensions in. When I first cut this, I thought I was going to be putting some extensions in the front because these pieces are so short and broken. But honestly, like if I just do this, like you can't even tell. So I'm very happy about that. It feels so good to be hair extension free. I feel like when I cut my hair, that's when I took my press-ons off too. I was like, I'm going to be all me, all natural all the time. Probably not, that's not true, but you know what I mean. Someone asked me about skincare. So really quick, I'm going into the Becca, Chloe, and Malika palette. I have been okay, that's like super fingerprinty. I've been obsessed with this bronzer in here. This one right here. It's so gorgeous. I'm going to take that with another thing I'm obsessed with. This is the Smith 154 brush. This is what I've been using for bronzer lately, and these two together I've just been loving. So instead of just like sweeping it like I have in the past, I just kind of like to tap it in these areas here. I'm also going to take a little bit, where is it? The Hourglass Nude Bronze Light. You guys like don't follow this along because like you don't have to use like 5 million things like I am here. But it's just really pretty. I'm also going to use like the other side and take this and set my whole face with it. I'm just telling you that because I know I'm about to talk. So I've been getting a lot of questions on skincare, and I need your advice because I have been so into skincare at the moment, and I want to just do like 5 million videos on skincare. I'm just excited about skincare because I've really been finding some things that I've been loving at the moment. And I want to film them in my new bathroom. Like I want to film a skincare routine in my new bathroom. I filmed my tanning routine in there. You guys, I'm so excited for you guys to see that video. I had so much fun making it and like filming in my new house. Yeah, I want to film a skincare routine in there, but also I've been playing around with so many different things in my skincare. It's not like it's something that's necessary. You know what I mean? Some of the products I'm using are necessary, but like you don't need all of them. And also skincare is a very, very personal thing. So like what works for me probably most likely isn't going to work for you because we all have different preferences. We all have different needs. But even if we had the exact same skin type and concerns, like we could still like different things. I guess that's where I'm at with that. But like right now I'm using probably way more products than I should be with skincare, but I've just been having a lot of fun with it. I've been skincare cocktailing where you like mix certain things together, and I've been loving it. So I would like to share that with you guys, but let me know your thoughts on that. I could also do a skincare favorites video, like dedicated just to like my favorites, stuff that I don't like use in every single routine, like every morning, or things that I use like once a week in place of other things. Like I could do a video like that. Let me know if that's something that you're into. So yeah, I'd love to definitely include more skincare on my channel just because I feel like I only do like a skincare video once a year, and I'd like to do more since like it's something I literally do twice a day. I'm also going to grab this Smith 112 brush and a little bit of the S116 powder from Makeup Forever, the contour shade. This is how I've been contouring recently. I just tap off a little bit of it, and I hold back here on my brush and just just add a little bit of deepness. I haven't really been going too crazy. I still add it here, you know, because why not? But I've been trying not to go as intense. Oh, but yeah, too, with the hair tutorial, I want to film that in my bathroom too because something's up with the electric in this room. I can't plug in my flat iron in here and have it work. It won't work. It also doesn't work in my bathroom up here. I have to use it downstairs in the like main floor bathroom. I know it's going to work in the house that I'm moving into because that's all brand new electrical and like up to code and all that kind of stuff. So I have to film it in there. I just have to figure out how I'm going to do that because I don't know if I'm going to need help filming it, all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to try to film that within the next couple weeks right after I get it done again. Oh, I've also been getting a lot of requests for like a hair care routine. So I can do that too. Especially once I get it done, I'm going to start using more like icy blonde, purple crap, you know what I mean? I'll be using more of that, so I'm excited to share that with you. I've been looking for this since I sat down. It's literally sitting right in front of me. This is this Nars Lip Balm thing. And when I sat down, my lips are dry. I couldn't find it, and it was sitting right there. When are you guys planning the wedding for? Will you do any videos on your makeup, hair, and wedding details? So, I hate to say it's not on my mind, but it's not. Right now we are just focusing on moving into this house. I am way more excited about that than planning a wedding. Planning a wedding just seems very, very stressful. Not seems, I know that it is. Everybody that I know that has planned a wedding, they're like, I don't blame you, blah, blah, blah. I feel like a lot of people too that like have weddings and plan them, they get really stressed and they turn into horrible people. I'm just like not interested in that. So I like for the longest time, the last year, I basically went back and forth on whether I wanted a destination wedding or not. And at this point, I just like haven't really even been thinking about it. So I don't know when we're gonna get married, but you'll know when we start planning because yes, I do want to do makeup videos, hair videos, planning videos. Like I will do that when the time comes. It's just, it's not right now. And I don't know when it will be because I'm just not there yet, not ready yet. I am enjoying being engaged. I'm enjoying calling him my fiance because the rest of my life I'm going to call him my husband, even though I still call him my husband now. We've been together, it'll be 10 years coming up, and there's just no rush to get married. It's just a piece of paper. So I'm just excited to live in our house together, honestly. Like that is so exciting to me. I'm excited to decorate together. I am loving this process. I've had so many questions about like updates. I have so many DMs being like, oh, more house updates. And I truthfully, I update you at any point that I possibly can. There's so many like little details that go into building a house, things that I don't even know because I'm not the one building it. Ruben is. And I know I've said this before, it's just him building it. So everyone asks me on a daily basis, when's it going to be done? Do you know when it's going to be done? And I will literally never ever know the answer to that because it's hard. How do you know? You know what I mean? There's so many things that go into it. One of them being that like we are literally paying for it right now. That's like me asking you, when are you going to pay off the mortgage on your house? You know what I mean? So, it's a slow process, but like, it's awesome. Like I love that he's building us this house. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. He can only work so much on it at a time. And then there's so many little things that happen. Like for instance, I had someone ask me last weekend for more house updates. And last weekend we got a lot done. But I was upstairs cleaning and we had these like old papers stuck to the floor to like protect the wood. And I had to clean up everything because some of the rooms are like now for storage and stuff like that. And so I was like cleaning all of that up, and then I took the old paper off so I could clean the floors, wash the floors, and then replace that paper with like protective paper for paint. Well, when I took up the old paper, there was a lot of spots that had like tape residue on them. So it took me hours to get all that tape residue off. So it's just like little tedious shit like that like happens and takes time to do. And when it's only one person doing it, it can take forever. So, and that's just stuff that I've experienced. Like he's the one building it. Like one time I thought we were like ready to do the next step of something, and he had like a month's worth of work to do in the crawl space, which is something that like nobody ever sees. So it's just stuff like that. So that's just like a little house update in case you were wondering. Well, not in case you were wondering. I know so many people were wondering that question. Oh, someone asked if I ever got a new car. I didn't. Really quick, I'm gonna go into Margin Blush from MAC and apply that on my cheeks with my Sigma brush, if I can find it. This has been like my favorite little combo. Boom. All right, I'm using the Sigma F40 brush to apply my blush. No, I didn't end up getting a car because, well, first of all, they are expensive. We want to have a garage before I get a car because the winters are crazy and just I want a garage. So I don't want to go and get like a nice brand new car and then it gets hailed on or ice and I have to scrape it off, and I get all that's gonna happen, but still, like, I'd rather have it in a garage, at least at first. Also, like, I was feeling really pressured to get one because I knew I was gonna have to get my new sticker for my license plate and I wasn't gonna be able to pass the emissions test because my check engine light was on and there's a lot wrong with my car and I'm not going to fix my car because it's too expensive and it's not worth it. It's a long story. But basically, I was able to renew my license plates without having to get an emissions test. So I have another year before I have to get a car. I should get one now because I know it's like not safe to drive, but like I don't really go that many places. I'm also going to top a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow highlighter on my cheekbones, nose, and all that kind of stuff really quick. You motivate me to keep working out and eating healthy, but I wanted to know, do you think you've gotten more opportunities and brand deals since you've lost weight? You look great. Thank you. By the way, I've been posting like a lot on my Instagram. If you want more like health stuff, I post like my meals, my workouts, stuff like that on Instagram. So to answer your question, yes and no. I don't think that I've gotten more brand deals because I've lost weight. However, I have gotten more since I've lost weight, if that makes sense. Basically, I think I've gotten way more creative since I've gotten healthy and started fueling my body with healthy food. I think living your life eating pizza, Doritos, Flamin' Hots, and ice cream is a way, and pop or soda, whatever. But like that was my diet before, and I got very overweight and very unhealthy and very sick in my head, honestly. Like there's no way that you can like live a healthy lifestyle or live healthily when that's what you're fueling your body with. So your body, that at least in my experience, so priming my eyes with Painterly Paint Pot, by the way. Ever since changing my diet and being healthier overall, I have lost weight. And in return, I've been more creative with YouTube. I've been more, what's the word? Just like better at my job. So since losing weight, I have gotten like a lot more opportunities, but I don't think that that's why. I don't think that it's because I'm thinner. I just think it's because the content that I'm putting out is better than it was before. Which kind of brings me back to like how I started this whole video. It's like, I'm honestly, it sounds weird, but like I'm proud of myself for kind of going through this in a mature way. I think before I would have like kind of broke down even more, being like, oh my gosh, you're taking this time off. You're like, this isn't what you're supposed to be doing. And it's like, no. Sometimes you just need a break. Also, I wanted to touch on something quick. No one has said anything, but I want to say this. I'm setting my eyes really quick with powder. I have a lot of sponsorships coming up or have come up kind of like one after the other. That is never my intention. Sometimes, like, not sometimes, but when you do sponsored videos, you pick this date further in advance. So I had kind of like 2 in a row that was like bam, bam. And I didn't even mean that because I was kind of going through like my little like break and the videos are pre-filmed, you know? So if there's ever like a lot of sponsored videos at once, it's never intentional. I take sponsorships that work really well with me. I take the ones that I would do regardless if I was getting paid for them or not. And I know that you guys know that, but if it's ever like a lot at once, it's not like because I'm like, oh, money hungry, blah, 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 blah. It's just like, no, I'm taking a job because that is my job. It's just the timing was a little bit too close together for my liking. I like them to be a little bit more spaced out, but sometimes you just can't help that. No one has said anything, but I'm just kind of like letting you guys know that that's just kind of like what happens sometimes. How many kids do you want and when do you want to start having them? Really quick, I'm basically just going to use 2 eyeshadows. I'm going to be using Birkin from Anastasia and Frappe from Makeup Geek. I don't know when I want to have kids. I just know it's not like anytime soon. I feel like I don't have that motherly gene. Like when I see a baby, I'm not like, oh, give me the, oh my God. I'm not like that. But I realize like that's just like out of my control. Like I really do want kids one day. You know, who knows? Who knows? I've gotten a lot of questions about my favorite gym workouts and like what I do at the gym, what's my schedule, all of that. I'm going to be filming some workout stuff for this channel, which I'm excited about. And I'm going to also start doing it on my vlog channel. I actually have stuff filmed. I just haven't like edited it and put it up. And I've also been posting on my Instagram. So if you ever want to see like some of that stuff, I'll just check that out. But gym schedule, basically Mondays and Wednesdays are leg and booty day. Tuesdays and Thursdays are arm days. And then on Friday, it's kind of like full body or like focused on whatever we feel like needed more attention to that week that we didn't do so good. Like, so for instance, like on Thursday, we did a full arm day and back, and I feel like I didn't get enough back in. So we did legs on Friday with some back exercises because I felt like I wasn't like really pushing myself on Thursday with my back. So that's that. My favorite is like legs and butt workouts because my legs are pretty strong. My upper body is not so strong, but I do love shoulder and tricep workouts a lot. I think I like them because that's like what I want. I want like a nice shoulder cap, you know what I mean? I'm like really working now towards like getting fit in general. I really want like some definition, you know? I feel like I've never had that even when I was really fit when I was younger. I never had like muscle definition except for my legs because I never like lifted weights. I just danced. So I'm just excited for that. I like just want to get in the best shape of my life. Where is it? I've been using this eyeliner instead. This is the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil. It's waterproof and it's in the shade Silky Nude. This is a little bit pinker than the Rimmel one, and the Rimmel one's really hard to find, where this one isn't as hard to find, which is very exciting. I feel like it lasts the same. It's really good. So I'm gonna pop this here in the waterline. This was also a recommendation from one of you guys, so thank you so much for recommending this. It's a little bit brighter than the Rimmel one too. It's almost like a creamier one where the Rimmel, like if you're very, very fair, you probably can't even use that Rimmel nude one because it goes very warm sometimes. Also, I got this bodysuit that I'm wearing from Lulu's. I love it. And I'm gonna have to go order more. If you guys want like a spring try on haul type thing, let me know. I really want to do that. I'm gonna have to order some more stuff from Lulu's. I love shopping at ASOS. One of the questions on that picture was actually where I like to shop that's like not as expensive, and I love Lulu's, ASOS, Pretty Little Thing. I shop in like the juniors department at Nordstrom, and I like going to Nordstrom Rack too because you can get some good deals on stuff that's normally more expensive. So I'm gonna go into the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. I do have to say my skin has been so freaking clear lately and so like hydrated and whatnot. I'm excited to share my skincare routine with you. I don't even care that it's like 5 million steps. I feel like you guys can get the gist of it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you know that you don't need all those steps, or like, you know, I don't know. We all know our skin, right? I'm gonna ask what my favorite quote is. I don't think I have one favorite quote, but I was thinking about quotes that have stuck with me have been ones that have to do with either like mental health or with weight loss, because both of those kind of like went hand in hand for me. One of the ones I like is, you can't pour from an empty glass. You are what you repeatedly do. If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. If you want something you've never had, then you've got to do something you've never done. All right, I can't find this freaking lip liner. Anyways, I'm going to use Boldly Bare from MAC to line and overline my lips. I'm mixing Tom Ford First Time lipstick, by the way. My favorite nude. This one and Bitch Perfect from Charlotte Tilbury are my favorite nude lipsticks of all time. And then lately I've been really loving Sextrology from Pat McGrath. It's kind of like a pinky nude version of this one. So I'm going to first go with the Tom Ford and then top it with the Pat McGrath. I fucks with it. I'm into it. So this is the finished makeup look up close, in case you're curious. I know this wasn't like a tutorial. It was more of just like me chatting and showing you, but this is like a look that I've been wearing lately that I just feel really good in it. I feel like I can wear it everywhere. I just really like it. It's very glowy, but that's it. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I feel like this was like the longest video I've filmed. Maybe not, I don't know, but it just feels like it was really long. I'm gonna try not to cut out a lot of it because I feel like I talked a lot this time. A lot of times when I do these chatty get ready with me videos, I end up thinking about all of the things that I want to cover beforehand, and then when it comes down to filming, I end up feeling like I already discussed everything, and then I can't say anything. So I have another itch. Oh my gosh. When I was like in the shower getting ready for this video, like I tried to think about it, but I tried not to answer my own questions or answer the things that I wanted to talk about. So I feel like I actually got like a lot of things off my chest. I feel really good. I feel like, to be honest, like when I'm not filming a lot, I feel very disconnected from you guys, and that's not fun. I don't like that feeling, and it's my own fault, but like I just feel really good right now. I'm glad I told you kind of like what's been on my mind. Part of me didn't even want to share it because I didn't want you to know how I was feeling. I don't know, like I know you guys want to know this sort of stuff, or like want to know when things aren't like 100% or whatever, but like sometimes I don't want to share that, but I'm super glad that I did. I just feel really good letting you guys in and all that. So anyways, let me know what you want to see down below. I'm kind of a little tutorialed out at the moment, so I'm sorry if I don't get to hella tutorials anytime soon, but don't worry, there will be some eventually. But that's it. Thank you all so much for your support and everything. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you following me and subscribing, and for all of you guys that like leave such nice comments, or even if you don't leave a comment, if you're just like watching my video, like I'm someone who like really follows people on YouTube, but then I never ever comment anything. So all of you guys that like don't even comment, like I just appreciate you guys liking me and following me and just supporting this channel. I just really appreciate you guys giving me my dream job. So yeah. Thank you for all the love and support, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.